Now let us understand the basic economic activities of a society. So what are the activities which a society undertakes during the course of doing several things? The first thing is production. Now what do you mean by production? Let's say we buy, I'll take a simple example. Let's take an example of a shirt. Company A is into the business of manufacturing shirts. So the first thing is it does production. Okay? But as I told you earlier also, what happens is that as a society, for production you require what? You require clothing material, plus manpower. I mean, you need the cloth, then you need the people who have to make these shirts. Now, the society, suppose in my example, had certain amount of land. Now, that land can be used to grow cotton, or it can be used to grow food. So the society has to make a choice whether this land has to be used for cotton and food. Now, assuming it is used for manufacturing cotton. So the first thing is there is a production activity, an activity where things are being produced, manufactured. So once this company A makes this material, the production cycle is complete. So production is complete. Now, let us say company A makes shirts, company B grows food grains. Okay. Now, if assuming this company A was run by Mr. A and company B was run by Mr. B, now Mr. A requires both shirts and food grain, and Mr. B requires both food grain and shirt or clothing for that matter. So what happens is A says to B, you give me shirt, you give me food, I'll give you shirt. So there is an exchange between the two of them happening. Now this exchange can actually take two forms. One is a barter. In barter, what happens is you exchange one thing for the other. And second is sale, which in today's market takes place through money. All these concepts you will be studying in detail as you move through your economics. Okay? So therefore comes the concept of exchange, wherein one person gives something to the other and gets something else in return. Till the time the money was not invented, this is the way it used to work. Any person who was manufacturing one thing would give it to the other and in return take the other stuff from them depending on the relative valuation. And then the third stage which is there is consumption. B wears the shirt and A consumes the food grains. So that's how this economic activity of a society works. So there is production, there is exchange, and then there is consumption. Now, the problem which we discussed was that every society faces the problem of scarcity. So you cannot produce as much quantity of food grains as you would want. You cannot have as much land as you want to make clothings, unlimited clothings plus food grains. So there is a scarcity, there is a shortage. What do you mean by scarcity? Scarcity means shortage. And hence, the society also has to make a choice. The choice of production, choice of exchange, choice of consumption.